Our second construction of the day is an angle bisector. So again, bisect means to split into two equal parts, into two congruent pieces. So we're going to start by drawing an angle. So again, I'm not going to draw something that takes up my entire paper. I'm just going to draw an angle approximately here. And it doesn't really matter that these are not congruent segments, but I'm just going to make them a little closer to congruent because that would bother me. Okay, so to bisect this angle, so ultimately we'll be creating a segment that goes directly through the center of the angle, splitting it into two smaller congruent angles. But to do that, I need to create some arcs. So first thing I'm going to do is create an arc here that's not all the way at the end of these segments. It's closer to the vertex. So I'm just going to create an arc here. So I'm going to hold the center right at the vertex of my angle. I'm going to go pretty close down to the center. So I'm making this distance pretty small. And I'm going to swoop around and create an arc. I'm going to draw in those points of intersection. So what I've done so far is I've just found 2 points here that are equidistant from the vertex. So they're the same distance from the vertex. Next, I'm going to go to each of these points and create 2 intersecting arcs out here in this space. So I'll start here, putting the center on that intersection point. So this intersection point that we just made, putting the center of the geotool there. And I'm just going to keep the same distance and create an arc here. I'm going to do the same thing, but from the other intersection point. So I'm going to put the center of the geotool on that intersection and create a second arc. So where these arcs intersect, I'm going to draw a point. Notice that that intersection point looks to be kind of right in the middle of this angle, right? It looks equidistant from each of the pink segments. When I connect that intersection back to the vertex of the angle, I have bisected this angle. So I can see these 2 angles appear to be about the same measurement. I can check that with the end of the geotool. So the end of the geotool actually has this little protractor where I can measure angles. So if I want to do that, I'm going to we'll start with this one. So if I put the center right here on the vertex of the angle, I'm going to line this up. That's 0 degrees here. And I can count 15, 30. So this is close to 30 degrees, maybe a tiny bit more than 30 degrees. Then I can line it up with this segment to look at the other angle. So again, put the center here, line up the 0, so the edge with this segment, and this one is also about 30 degrees.